Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Copenhagen Comedy Club, Cincinnati's home for stand-up comedy. Wednesday night, who's ready to have a good time? Oh, come on, you guys can do better than that. Wednesday night, make some noise! Alright, we have a few very simple rules here to go with this. Please set those cell phones to the silent or off position. Keep that table talk to a minimum, and no heckling in the meetings or you will be asked to leave. With that out of the way, make some noise for all your friends and family you're about to see on the program! And now, please help me welcome to the stage your host and MC, the very funny, the very talented, Carter Dougherty!
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Oh, we appreciate you guys coming out. Make some noise for all your friends and family you came to see. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of people who've been doing it for a while. Some people doing stand-up for the first time, so appreciate your guys' support coming out. I'm your host for the night. My name's Carter. I got my mom. She named me after U.S. President Jimmy Carter. She didn't care about politics or anything. She just named all of her kids after U.S. presidents. Because if there's anything that white women love, it's a theme. But I'm the oldest of the gang, and then I got a brother named Jackson, and a sister named Madison, and then I got a little baby sister. Her name's Grover Cleveland. That's a joke. No, I do actually have a little baby sister though, little baby Kennedy, which I do find it funny. My mom decided to name her after the hottest U.S. president of all time, when it's just the ugliest fucking baby I've ever seen in my life. And my mom keeps trying to tell me that the only reason that the baby's so ugly is because she was born 2 months premature. It's been a year. And that thing's still gross. I'm just saying she looks more like Kennedy after the whole thing. No, that's just another one of those jokes. Talking about. She's got a helmet now to keep it all in. She's cute. God. No, I moved to Cincinnati a couple of months ago. I'm going to college right now, but my girlfriend, she graduated. We moved in together, and she got a full-time job down in the city. She's working at Planned Parenthood right now. Yeah, so it's actually a pretty easy gig right now. Not a lot of clients coming in. So she does that for money, and I sell weed for a living. So, yeah, we both got to drive to Michigan once a week. I do have one rule though with selling weed. I won't let kids buy weed. Yep, and my girlfriend has one rule for work. She won't let kids be born. That's kind of the whole job. She's my girlfriend. She's super liberal though. That would be crazy if she wasn't a conservative Planned Parenthood employee. I'm just trying to get these angels to heaven as soon as possible, you know? No. And I didn't ever have to ask her political beliefs, though, because when we first started dating, I just watched her drink water out of a mason jar. That's liberal behavior right there. Now, she would have been pickling with those mason jars. Would have wrapped up with that pro-lifer. But she's cool. She lets me come in her though. Employee discount. God, that's crazy. I'm gonna do something nicer. Sorry. I decided to join the National Guard a couple of years ago. Yeah, that was dumb. But I left for basic training in January of 2020, and I got to the end of it, and they were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, the world's ending," and you're not leaving here. And we only had to stay like an extra 5 weeks, but we had this gay guy in the unit, and like 3 quote unquote straight guys ended up having sex with this dude. It's like there were girls there. You have to do that. They were coming on his back, and I was just crying on his shoulder. I don't know which one was gayer. God, I don't know if you can tell by my vibe. I'm a very awkward guy. I was talking to one of my buddies about how I feel awkward all the time. He was like, "Oh, Carter, that's not your fault. You just you got that autism, or whatever." Yeah, I don't have autism. I'm just 22. It's kind of how we all are now. Like everybody my age is a little bit touched with the tism, yeah. Like autism is just my generation's herpes, yeah. You kind of just gotta assume you have it, and keep on fucking. Yeah, no condoms, and no eye contact either. All right, guys, that's gonna be my time. But we have a really fun show for you guys. Keep this good energy going. He's one of my good buddies. Started with him in Akron. Everybody give a warm welcome to John Brown.
What's up, everybody? How we doing? Good. My name actually is John Brown, if you're wondering. That's not fake. My brother's real names are James Brown and Chris Brown. So, yeah, not a joke, just a fact about me. I love that the pandemic's over. I also love some of the shit from the pandemic that's never going away because it's just better. I like all the free food that I get. I call it the middle class food bank. I don't know if you've heard of it, but if you go to some of these restaurants like a Chipotle or a Piata, they have these shelves and there's just all these bags of free food sitting there. Yeah, they put the donor's name right on the bag. Yeah. It's a TOGO, that's take one, give one, right? That's what I thought. Do it too much, they put your picture on the wall. Do it at a Chick-fil-A, you get struck by lightning. It's because you're stealing Jesus' food. Some of you got it. Yeah, I don't have a problem with religion, I just don't need it with my chicken sandwich, you know? Separation of church and chicken, that's what I say. It's weird when you go to a Chick-fil-A because they speak like evangelical Christians. And you walk up and it's always some high school girl behind the counter. And the first thing she says to you is, "Welcome to Chick-fil-A, how can I serve you today?" That's a weird thing for a high school girl to say to a grown man. I feel like Chris Hansen's gonna pop out from behind the counter and be like, "I just came for the chicken, I swear." Yeah. And she hands you the bag, you're like, "Thank you," and she's like, "My pleasure." You're like, "No, the fuck it wasn't," all right? Just wanted a goddamn sandwich. She's like, "We don't say goddamn here." Like, that's bullshit. People say goddamn in your parking lot every Sunday when they pull and you're not open. You know? I've done it so many times. I'm like, holy shit, there's no line at Chick-fil-A, and I pull in like, goddamn it, it's Sunday. Yeah. I was raised Catholic, but I'm not religious anymore, and because of that, sometimes I have a hard time expressing sympathy. Like, I'm never gonna say thoughts and prayers, because I'm not gonna lie. You know, so when they hang up a sympathy card at work, I don't know what to write. I'll usually just write like, "Sorry for your loss." But then you see other people writing shit like praying for you, and then "sorry for your loss" just kind of sounds like, oh, that sucks. So I wanted to be different. So the last time they hung up a card at work, I just wrote "thoughts" on the card. Yeah. This guy was standing behind me. He's like, "What, are you trying to be funny, man?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just letting him know that I'm thinking about him, but I'm not going to pray for him." He was like, "You're an asshole." Like, no, close. I'm agnostic. You're thinking of atheists. That's, yeah. I do think most atheists are bad people, or at least they should be. Because if you're 100% sure there's no God and you're a good person, you're just kind of a fucking nerd, dude, you know? Do some bad shit. No consequences. If I was 100% sure there's no God, I'd never pay for groceries again. Just walk in, grab my groceries, and get out. But I think there might be a God, so I go through the self-checkout line and I pay for every other item. Yeah. Call it just in case shopping. Yeah. I think hardcore Christians are the worst. My aunt, she's a hardcore Christian. They can be convinced of anything with the right production budget. She's so hardcore that she thinks you're a bad person if you drink, but her favorite show is called Lucifer. I find that a little weird. Yeah. If you don't know what the show Lucifer is, I'll explain it to you because I watched it for this joke. It's a show where the devil gets bored, so he moves to LA to start a nightclub. And then he falls in love with an LAPD detective, so he becomes a consultant for the LAPD. And that's the whole plot of a show that people watch 6 seasons of. And then at one point, God, who's played by the Allstate insurance guy, comes down and announces that he's retiring from being God, which I didn't know was a thing. So a $26 million budget a year from Netflix not only convinced my aunt that the devil was a good person, she's then rooting for him to become God. So makes a lot more sense now how a $16 million budget a year from The Apprentice convinced her to vote for the first time. You know? That's not a political joke. I don't do those. I just asked my aunt why she voted for Trump. She said because she liked him on The Apprentice. And I think whether you love him or hate him, we can all agree that's a terrible reason to vote for somebody, right? Yeah. I love swamp people. I'm never checking a box that says Junior for president. Yeah. Thank you. That'll be my time. My name is John Brown. Thank you very much. Your next comedian coming to the stage, the very funny guy. Everybody give it up for Ryan Ross.
Go Bananas, how you guys doing? Yeah, Ohio. O-H! Yeah, it's the only place you have a little chance to remember how to spell a 4-letter word. Good job, guys. Well, guys, my name is Ryan. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I am getting older, which has been weird. I've been trying to take care of myself a little bit better, though, eat healthier and stuff like that. One of my friends, he suggested that I start drinking hemp milk. Seems like a really good idea. I don't know how the hell you milk a hacky sack. I've been cutting back on my drinking. I think that's a really good thing. One of the big reasons, though, I did do that was last time I was at a casino, I caused a big scene because I couldn't find the high roller area. A couple things about that. Number one, I'm in no financial position to be anywhere near a casino. And number two, I was just in a Dave & Buster's the entire time. Mental health's important. I've learned more about mental health. You don't realize you're depressed until you fake an orgasm while you're masturbating. Because I just didn't want to let myself down anymore. I've learned some stuff about myself as I've gotten older, like horses. Horses kind of freak me out, that I've realized. And I think that's one of the reasons I've never dated a woman with like muscular thighs. It's not an attraction thing. I'm just a playful guy, and I'm scared if I sneak up behind her to tickle her, she's gonna kick me in the chest and I'm gonna die. Dating's weird in your 30s. Been trying to get back into the dating game. It's been hard. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact I look like a Wolverine action figure that you bought at the dollar store. It's not going well. I'm pretty awkward around women, which is weird. I get on stage 2 to 3 times a week and I tell jokes to strangers with no issues whatsoever. The new girl at work came up to me the other day and asked me my name, and I just go, Steven! My name's Steven! Guys, a quick recap. My name is not Steven. Dating's weird now. It's all apps and things like that, and I don't understand them all that well. I matched with a girl the other day, and on her profile it said she liked to be kissed at unexpected times. So I was waiting in the bushes outside the store she works at. Now I can never go back to Walgreens. I matched with one girl and she said she had 4 kids by 5 guys. I'm not good at math, but that does not add up. I did go on a date not that long ago with an OBGYN. He's a gynecologist. But yeah, I went on a date with a gynecologist. It was going great. About halfway through the date, she goes, hey, ask me any question you have about the female anatomy. Cool, I got one. Why do all the parts of the vagina sound like a dad trying to explain constellations to his son? You know what I mean? Like, Dad, what's that one? Oh, well, buddy, The big one, that's the labia majora. And the one next to it, that's the labia minora. And if you look just above those, you can find the... Well, son, I actually can never seem to find that one. Guys, that has been my time. You were absolutely wonderful. I love all of you. All right, let's keep this going, guys. Your next comedian, please give it up for the very funny Blake Hammond.
One more time for Ryan, huh? Amazing, very good. I've been sober for 7 years. No, don't clap. Tonight's the night. I'm over it. I'm fucking done, dude. Now, when people find out I'm sober, they're like, "Oh, I bet drinking holidays are hard for you, like St. Patrick's Day." And I'm like, "Not really, because like drinking wasn't my problem, you know." Like if there was a holiday where we snorted Percocet in the bathroom, that would be an issue. So Easter's tough, but he is risen. No, very dumb. Okay, so yeah, we got that out of the way. I'm funny, you guys know that. Here we go. I broke my ankle in the 7th grade, and ever since then, like right before it rains, it'll start to hurt. So I went to my doctor and I asked him why that happens. And he was like, "Oh, it's like the barometric pressure in the atmosphere, like expands the scar tissue and makes it feel bad. Or it's because you're walking around with 320 pounds on it every day." And I was like, "Barometric pressure, huh?" Yeah, barometric pressure is why my chest hurts when I walk up the stairs, right, Doc? All right, that could be something. That's kind of fun. Kind of a fun idea. That's very stupid. I read this thing online. You guys like sex. I read this thing. We all fuck. I read this thing online the other day. It said men should check in with women every 30 seconds during sex to make sure there's still consent. And I told that to my wife. I have a wife, by the way. Sorry, whores. But yeah, sorry, you dumb sluts. I'm married. But yeah. So every 30 seconds, you're supposed to check in with a woman to make sure there's still consent. And I told my wife that. And she goes, "Yeah, that makes sense. Because have you ever been like eating a meal and then halfway through you realize you don't want it anymore?" And I was like, "What the fuck do you think?" I'm probably going to need a different analogy. Also, every 30 seconds? So every 30 seconds, you want me to take the ball gag out of my mouth, catch the whip from your hand, and then be like, "Are you okay?" Also, fuck it, every 30 seconds. Bitch, I'm not checking in with you 4 times. Yeah, I come so fast. All right, that works. That's good. First time I did that. I'm going to tell you guys this. I'm going to get out of here. My friend from high school is real pissed off about that Bud Light shit, that Bud Light controversy. And the other day on Facebook, he posted, "They're trying to turn me trans." I was like, "Dog, that's silly. They're not trying to turn you trans." But I was thinking about it, and Budweiser used to have a commercial where the dudes in it would be like, "What's up?" And my friend did that shit for like 12 years. So it might turn him trans. He's real influenced by their marketing. I'm surprised that motherfucker doesn't think he's a Clydesdale, to be honest. I'll tell you what he's not. He's not a real man of genius. Mr. Drink a Bud Light, now I'm trans guy. We salute you. All right, well, that's it for me, everybody. Thank you so much. Hell yeah, this is a good show. We got another great comic coming up. She's very funny. Give it up for Bailey Verton, everybody.
Ignore the people cheering in the back. I paid them to be here. So, it's so weird. That bearded guy just offered me a Percocet in the bathroom and then yelled at me, "Happy Easter." So, I wouldn't trust his judgment if I'm good. It's been a long time since I've done this. I used to do it, and then I stopped, and now I'm back. I'm told it's like riding a bike or having sex. Your butt gets sore, and you might get a little wet, and we're all going to be embarrassed after this, but it's going to be okay. No, it has been a while, but I really enjoy being on stage, especially I'm engaged now. It is a feat of accomplishment, thank you. To find someone who's willing to put up with my level of Luke and Leia fan fiction is really incredible. No, he's a great guy. Being engaged is really interesting. I never considered myself a bridezilla until one day we were talking to a neighbor of ours, and she asked us, how's the wedding plan going? And my dear beloved looked her in the eyes and said, it's going great. She's planning everything. Oh, is it going great? Oh, is it going great? Fantastic. And I almost killed him right then and there. It is going fantastic. I can't talk about him too much. I'm not that great of a person. Okay, you don't laugh at that. If you didn't know from me being on stage, I'm not that great of a person. I had a friend recently whose mother was diagnosed with throat cancer. It's very sad. And she had to have all of her teeth removed. And my friend was sad and crying and telling me this. And then she was like, it's also my mom's birthday this week, but she's having her teeth removed. What are we supposed to do? And instead of being sad, I said, you could blender her up some cake, you know? I did feel pretty good after that joke. It landed super hard. I will commend the male comedians before me. Normally, if I follow a group of male comedians, they feel the need to do it's almost like a dick measuring contest, but actually it's like whose dick is weirder contest. Like mine leans to the right and it squirts peanut butter. It's like, I think you have a medical condition. I won't tell you vagina jokes tonight. For the sake of my beloved, who is here tonight, and he will require emotional support after this. He is here tonight, and so, I'm assuming he's gonna want me to talk about our sex life. So I'm gonna talk about our sex life. Look, ladies. Now, our relationship is a bit interesting because he is Republican, and I am Democrat. And I have to whisper both because both should be equally ashamed, I'm thinking at this point. Republicans because of the bigotry and the racism, but us Democrats because of the, vegan blueberry scones that taste like the driest of vaginas. So both should be equally embarrassed. But I have a lot of friends who ask, how can you make that work when you're on opposite sides? Ladies, nothing is hotter. It's just really nice to have someone who finally chokes me and means it. I can feel him choking the right side of me, which is real hot. At the end of the day, he gets to choke out a hippie and I get to stick it to the man, so, yeah. Ladies, find yourself a repressed man. You do one thing, you're in that shit for life. I know he's repressed. He went to private school. I went to public school. And we've had this debate now. If we have children, what are we going to do? And I said, babe, public, obviously, how are they going to properly learn how to make their own shiv? Yeah, all right, that's my time, guys. Thank you so much. Coming to the stage, we have Jonathan Hamill.
Thank you. Give yourself a round of applause for being just like me and not killing yourself earlier, even if you were thinking about it. Make sure you tip your wait staff, and whatnot. So I want to talk about and I feel like Blake ruined my reference. Some Real American Heroes. I don't know if you remember, they changed it from Real American Heroes to Real Men of Genius because of, well, a guy with a big beard and 2 planes. You forgot? We promised to never forget. We all promised to never forget. I'd love to drink Bud Light and piss off conservatives. I really would. Like, I just fucking can't. Like, I'll wear a mask, but there's no way I'm drinking that fucking swill. Like, I feel like if they really wanted to dive into this, they should have had it to where, like, every beer, like, be different. You know, like, I feel like a Bud Light on the inside. I've just been waiting for a long time for Bud Light to transition into a good tasting fucking beer. The point is corporations are full of shit. They don't give a fuck about you. They say when you're here, we're a family. We're not just coworkers, we're a family. Okay. If that's the case, then how come I don't fucking like any of you? You only call me when you need something. You always owe me money. Buy me clothes I don't fucking like. Not allowed to have sex with anybody. You know what? Maybe it is a lot like family. Maybe it's exactly like family. You know, companies just piss me off, like, you know, like with serving sizes. Like, just tell me how many calories are in the entire bag, because that's what I'm gonna fucking eat. I don't have to multiply by 32, you know? If I did sizes, there'd just be 2 sizes. There'd be, you know, way too big for any one individual, and it's a good size. You know, because I'm a man. I recently seen they made a Kurt Cobain bobblehead. Yeah, that writes itself. His head is bobbled enough. It bobbled its last bobble. Sorry. I didn't do it. Courtney Love did. I imagine some of you are noticing my sex offender style mustache. You know, just like my gun, it is not registered with the state, I promise you. And but I'm hanging out with some family not that long ago. It was my sister and her husband are there, and I'm about to walk out the door, and they're kind of like whispering back and forth, kind of touching their face. They're like, I'm like, what's up? He wants to touch your mustache. All right. Kind of comes up by the door, and as soon as he touches it, they look at each other, and they just burst out in laughter. I'm like just standing there like, you just wanted to know if my mustache feels like her pubes, didn't you? That's exactly the fucking case, and that's exactly what they fucking feel like. So, I'm telling you this bullshit because I shouldn't have to know what my sister's pubes feel like on my face. I have to live and die with that information, and so do you. Because, well, we're in this together now. It's bullshit. I shouldn't fucking know that. I really hope that's one of the first parts of my memory to go. I don't want to remember that anymore. Hopefully I get my last laugh and forget it. So, I don't know if you've seen this. There's a woman who got kicked off of Facebook and Twitter recently for going live and doing unspeakable things with her dog. Doggy style, I assume. So she wasn't bad looking either. Like, what the fuck does this dog have that I don't? Like his own house, a dish with his name on it, people telling him he's a good boy. You're a good boy, you're a good boy, you're a good boy. Okay, maybe that's too much. But I appreciate everything you guys have given me, laughs, and, you know, maybe even some glares I didn't catch, you know, it's all good. But that's been my time. Hope you have a wonderful night. Let's bring Brian Harris up to the stage.
How's everybody doing? The other day I lost my mind. I was gonna drive 4 hours one way to have sex. Right before I masturbated. Right after I masturbated, I realized that I don't have a car, so. Then I got super high, ordered a pizza for delivery. 2 hours later, I realized it was for pickup. But I was tracking the order online the entire time, just staring at the cartoon pizza. Like, it says it's ready for pickup. So why the fuck hasn't anyone picked it up yet? They can't deliver it if they never pick it up. This is crazy. My friend was telling me about a threesome that he had recently. Partway through a story, he's like, "You don't seem interested." I was like, "No one's interested in threesomes when they're not having twosomes." Lately, I've been doing onesomes, so all I hear is you can afford Coke and I can't. I don't appreciate you attacking my financial situation. I stopped using tissue when I masturbate. I just jerk off right into the toilet. It's eco-friendly. I like to play a game where I pretend to send my semen on missions. After I flush, I'm like, "When you exit the sewer, you're gonna come to a creek. Go east, swim fast, find Rachel. Seek and destroy." So women are pretty on guard these days, probably should be. Sometimes it's extreme. Like one night I went up to a woman, I was like, "Hi, my name is Brian." She's like, "I'm gonna stop you right there. You have no chance." I was like, "I'll be your waiter this evening. Can I get you some humble pie?" Is the crypt keeper here? What the fuck is What's that laugh, dude? You're going to die after this. I'm sorry, whoever that was. Sometimes women go out of their way to keep men from hitting on them, and we don't care. We're gonna hit on you anyway because we're disrespectful. One day I saw a woman sending a clear signal she didn't want to be hit on. Her shirt said, "I have AIDS." Which I found ironic because the shirt I was wearing said, "I have it too." Written in Sharpie. I was like, made it. I went on a date recently, and partway through the date, she was like, "So, something you should know about me. I used to sleep around a lot, but I'm not actively sleeping around. I had sex like a week ago, so I'm basically celibate. Is there anything I should know about you?" I was like, "I smoke cigarettes and marijuana." She's like, "Ever married?" I'm like, "No." "Engaged?" "No." "What about prison?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Don't you think you should tell me that you had a felony before you tell me you smoke cigarettes and marijuana?" I was like, "I'm actively smoking cigarettes and marijuana. I'm not actively robbing anybody." That was like a week ago. So I'm basically robbery celibate. Oh man, this was like a long 5 minutes. I don't know if I got the light. Oh, there it is. All right. Right on time. Right on, thank you. Usually if I'm doing well, I'm like, this is fast, but something about this. I don't know what it is. It's Montgomery County. I don't know what's happening. Is it? When I leave the house with condoms, I don't get laid. When I leave the house without condoms, I don't get laid. But if I did get laid, I think it would be worse if I had the condoms, because I would look stupid pulling condoms out of my pocket. They look like prize tickets from the fair all stuck together. It looks like I'm turning them into a carny. She's got a beard, smoking a cigarette, like, "These expired like 4 years ago." I got a quarter scratching off the expiration dates like they're serial numbers on stolen guns. All right, that's gonna do it. I'm Brian Harris. Let's get up to our next comedian. Make a lot of noise for Max Wampler, everybody.
What's going on, Cincinnati? How we doing? Man, it's good to be here, guys. I had a rough week. I sent a dick pic to the wrong person. Yeah, you ever done that? Yeah. Yeah, I sent it to one of my uncles. What's up? Yeah. And I feel like the best thing you can do whenever you make a mistake like that in life is just be honest about it, you know? So that's what I did. I told him the truth. I texted him and I said, whoops. Wrong uncle. Meant to send that to Gary, not Larry. He's the one who used to molest me. What's up? Just kidding. Let's do a little poll here. I got asked this earlier this week. It's the classic question, guys. Boobs or butts? Okay. Now, hey, the polls are not open. Hold your horses. This is for the ladies, too. All right. Anyone here? Give it up for boobs. Okay? Give it up for butts. Yeah, all right. I gotta be honest, I'm a vagina guy. Yeah. This is an election, I'm voting independent. I'm a vaginal libertarian. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna keep saying it. I just got out of a throuple. Yeah, 2 chicks, no, you know. And I thought when I was in a throuple, I thought everyone was gonna think I was super cool, and that's not the case. Everyone was like, you know that's not gonna end well. I'm like, yeah, no shit. You don't smoke bath salts because you think it's gonna end well. It's because it's fucking radical, bro. Just like my outfit, in 1990s radical. You know what I'm saying? You know, there was one person that really got me. They were like, dude, anytime you can go double muff diving, you do it. And I was like, thank you, Dad. You know? Finally, somebody who gets me. I just had to meet his new girlfriend recently, which is weird because old people in love is just gross. You know, we know that. You know, like some of you here, disgusting. But it was really weird meeting his new girlfriend because his new girlfriend is 40 years younger than him. Yeah. I know, I feel it, but like, to me, age is just a number, you know, love is love, you know. What makes it weird is he's only 54, so. You know. If you're not laughing at that, you're just bad at math, son. Oh, man. I'm trying to get cooler as I get older. I was thinking about getting a tattoo, but I realized I hate tattoos. I do. Because everyone I know who has tattoos, they all get them for some weird meaning, you know? Like one of my friends is like, yeah, dude, I'm getting a dragon, but he's wearing Converse shoes, but it's really a perspective piece. If you look at it upside down, it's Anne Frank, you know, and it says hope. But she's looking in the mirror and she sees Hitler because that's how, you know, she sees herself. Yeah, it's kind of like an ode to my grandpa. I never met him. What's up? You know, it's like, dude, why don't you get a palm tree and shut the fuck up? You know? And what's the deal with face tattoos? Oh my God, dude. You know there's some people out there right now with Bud Light tattoos that are real upset. You know there's one guy with a Bud Light tattoo on his face. And all of his friends are like, oh, what's up, trans face? He's like, God damn it. You know. Whatever, that one Republican boyfriend loved that joke. Nobody else. I've been drinking a lot. I love drinking. Here, who loves drinking, you know? Oh, a bunch of sober people, okay. Liars. Yeah. I waited a long time to start drinking. You know, I didn't start drinking until I was 24. I don't know why I waited so long. I think it's because everyone in my family was like a crazy drunk. But some cool news, just the other day, my mom is now 5 years sober. Isn't that cool? Give it up for my mom, yeah. Yeah, she's also been dead for 5 years, so you guys are dicks. All you guys care about is Joe Burrow and being dickheads. What's new, Cincinnati? Something I didn't realize, though, when I started drinking, though, is that, you know, everyone always told me that, like, oh, don't worry, when you get drunk, that's when the truth starts coming out. And I was like, that's not true, you know? Because 2 weeks ago, I got hammered, and I told my mom I was having a baby. That's not true. I'm not having a baby. My cousin's the one having the baby. I just put the cum inside of her. You know what I'm saying? Come on, take it easy now. You guys know there's levels to cousins. You know? 4th cousin, 3rd cousin, 2nd cousin, hot cousin. What's up? All right, guys, that's my time. Max Wampler. Give it up for your next comedian, Justin Thompson.
All right, we having fun? Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get this out of the way right away. I am a clean comedian. And I just heard every butthole pucker all at once. Just one giant. Now, really all that means for me being a clean comedian is that I have to try to be as funny as everybody else without using any cuss words or any wiener jokes. And it's not that I don't like wiener jokes, okay? I love a good wiener joke. It's just that if you can't see what you're talking about, why bring it up, right? The good news is, though, I kind of forgot what it looked like until I saw this guy. And it's not only does it kind of look like that, but I want to touch it, but I don't at the same time. Now, how many parents we got here? No? Okay. Now, I am a dad. I got 3 young kids, and it's hard being a dad, man. My kids, you ever had your kids run their mouth and then you're the one that has to back it up? I'll give you an example. We were at the park not too long ago, and I hear one of my kids tell somebody, yeah, well, my dad can beat up your dad. Whoa, whoa. I didn't ask for that. Well, my kids don't understand. See, they have this perception of me that I'm this big tough guy, and I'm not. Because let's face it, if I go toe-to-toe with this guy, right, we square up, I'm not thinking about how big he is or how tough he is. All I'm thinking about is, how hard am I going to have to kick this guy in the crotch? But the thing is, they don't stop there. They keep it going. I heard one of them say, yeah, well, my dad was in the Army. I fixed the internet when it went down. It's not really cool. Yeah, well, my dad went to Iraq, not by myself. There was a whole bunch of other guys with me, and we had guns. It wasn't like I was just out there hockey fighting every dude I came across. I kicked them all in the crotch. Just a whole bunch of Iraqi guys doing the pose. And then I fixed their internet. Every one of my kids, he says, yeah, well, my dad's a biker. I ride a Suzuki. Riding a Suzuki and saying you're a biker is just like being the water boy and saying you're on the football team. It's not the same. It's not the same. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to have to do something about this. I'm going to have to save this image that my kids have. So I'm going to join a biker group. So I went and found this group, and I don't know if you guys know how this works, but when you join a biker group, they give you a road name. It's a nickname. These guys gave me the road name Funny Man. That's not intimidating. And these are all guys. These are combat veterans that all ride Harleys with nicknames like Bastard and Pyro and Gunny. Yeah, thanks for helping a brother out, guys. Now my kids know I'm the water boy. It's bad. I heard my son. He says, he came and asked me. He said, "Dad, didn't you used to box?" No. I know you can't tell it now, but at one point in time, I did work out a lot. I was a gym rat, and I did work out at a boxing gym. It's not the same thing. So I go in. My first time in there, I go in there, and he said, "Well, we're going to start you out. We're going to put you on the jump rope. Just want you to jump rope for 3 minutes." I said, "Man, I haven't done that since I was a kid." Coach says, "It's no big deal. It's the same thing. Just do it just like you did when you were a kid." Okay. Little Sally Jeffrey. Oh, that's not what you meant. Okay. The closest I actually did get to boxing, though, is they had me spar with a guy one time. So we get into the ring, and I got the gloves on. I'm got my headgear on, and we start circling around the ring. We get to the middle of the ring, and we square up with each other. And right before he goes to jab, I cock back, kicked him in the crotch. Down he went. I was asked to never come back. Which is weird to me because I thought I won that fight. Hey, you guys have been awesome. My name is Justin Thompson. Hey, this next comic is even funnier than she is pretty. Let's give it up for Layla Ingalls.
All right. Hi, guys. It's good to be here in this weird fake living room. My name is Layla. I'm pretty new around here, and I'm pretty new to comedy, so I thought I'd tell you guys some fun facts about me so you can get to know me a little better. Fun fact number one, when I was a kid, I looked like Velma from Scooby-Doo, but if she had an IEP. Earlier today, I went to buy oil for my car, but the man in the cooking aisle told me they don't sell full synthetic at Fresh Time. If a girl has a bad spray tan and she's on her period, I call that a blood orange. I like to eat Brussels sprouts because it makes me feel like a giant eating cabbage. I'm thinking about getting a fade and becoming an aggressive dyke. Earlier today, I realized Whole Foods doesn't sell full synthetic either. When a girl with a bad spray tan goes pee, I like to say she just made orange juice. I know a lot of girls with spray tans. One of them is pregnant. I call her a large navel orange. I like that one. When I was a kid, I used to think concentration camp sounded kind of fun. I had always wished I had ADHD so I could go. I hope my car's okay with vegetable oil for the time being. I personally feel like Sandra Bullock kind of looks like Michael Jackson if he had finished his transition into a white woman. I know that I look and sound like a girl that might do eeny, meeny, miny, moe to decide what kind of gas to put in my car. And I do. Today it got diesel. I like my lingerie how I like my linguine, just absolutely covered in cream sauce. On the way here, my car exploded. So those are just some fun facts about me. So now that you guys know me a little better, I feel comfortable asking, does anyone else feel like an absolute cave creature when you go to shave your pubes? There's just no attractive way to do it. That was my transition. I'm really good at transitions. I used to be a man. Can you believe it? No, the real question I wanted to ask, is anyone else confused when you see a person riding a bike point? No, maybe one person. The rest of you guys know what's going on? Cool. It confuses me. I usually see it when I'm driving and the person on the bike will point, and then I'm like, whoa, what are they looking at? I want to see. The next thing I know, I turn a corner, and, well, the person on the bike isn't there anymore because they're dead under my car. The first few times this happened, I thought I hit like a really big speed bump, but no, it was indeed manslaughter. That's what the courts told me. It's not my fault, though. Their pointing is so distracting, you'd think they'd figure out a way to let you know they're turning. I'm really smart. I thought you guys would laugh at that. Maybe you think I'm smart. That's cool. But that's enough about me. I'll tell you about my boyfriend. I hope this isn't TMI. He's really good at eating out. He's so good at it. Like, God, I have to tell everyone all the time because that's how good he is. They don't really care. They think it's annoying, but I still talk about it. I've never had to pay for the bill. The food's amazing. He takes me to the best restaurants. The guy knows how to eat out. The way he munches box, though, that could use some work. So I've started this thing where if he's down there and he's just not getting the job done, I take out a gun and I hold it to his head and I tell him if he doesn't I tell him if he doesn't do better, I blow his fucking brains out. That usually gets it done. I'm coming, he's crying, and we've never been more in love. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Give it up for your next comedian, Michael Williams.
How's it going, everybody? Give it up for Layla. Give it up for yourselves. All these beautiful faces out here. I am Michael Williams, and these jeans are incredibly tight. I really have to pee. This is making things worse. I'm over 40. I'm at the age where people start to experience health problems. And what's worse about it is that at my age, you know, I can no longer enjoy marijuana because I'm a custodial parent. But I just found out that I can't drink anymore because you're not supposed to drink on gas station boner pills, people. Look, if you start seeing spots from gas station Cialis, do you admit that to a physician? Do you admit that to any living soul whatsoever? And look, I know what you guys are thinking. I'm a little rough around the edges. I look like the black Osama Crack Laden. Somebody likes it. I was at the diner the other day, and I met a blind woman. She said to me, she said she was a little short, and she couldn't read the prices on the menu. So I put her on my knee and asked her, now what do you see? I met a guy, he was missing an arm and a leg. He had on a really nice jacket. I asked him what it cost him. These are stupid, but I had to do them. I had to use the bathroom earlier. I hate using the bathroom, you know, because I hate it when you get pee all over your hands, you know what I mean? Like it's disgusting, right? So what I do now is I'll go right up to the urinal and extend as far as I can and pee all over my balls. You know, when you go to the bathroom, you could do a number 1 or a number 2, but how did the number 1 become a P? Come on, people. Nobody got that one? God. It's a P. It makes me think about the alphabet, right? Like, how did the W get the name the W? You know? Like, it looks like 2 V's, and it sounds like 2 U's, right? W. It's like whoever wrote the alphabet either had a stuttering problem or ran out of ideas. T, U, V. Hold on, V, V, shit. Oh, I know. I shall place 2 V's together and call it a W. I'm kind of an alcoholic, folks. I really like going to bars. I like drinking at hole in the walls, but not glory holes, because that would just be messed up. I don't know, I'm in my 40s. I can remember when I lost my virginity. Has anyone seen it? Maybe some of you still drink milk out of cartons. I remember I lost my virginity. The woman I was with said she wanted to do it, and I told her the cast of the Addams Family was not available, but I am around. I told you these were stupid, folks. I miss my dad, but if I seen him today, I'd probably run like hell. Because he's been dead for the last 20 years. I mean, what do you say to a guy like that, right? Hey, Dad, how have you been? Dad, say something. Dad, why are you being so cold? Fine, you're dead to me anyway. My dad died of advanced lung cancer that spread to his brain. The doctor said he had 3 lemon-sized tumors in his brain. And I know it had to suck for my dad. So we all know he hated lemons. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I love midgets. I have been Michael Williams. I'm getting the hell out of here. Keep that energy going for the very funny Mr. Zach Hunt.
How are you guys doing tonight? All right, this is my 3rd time here, so I'm gonna give you guys the option. I can either bitch about a toothache I have, or we can do some like really fucked up jokes. Fucked up jokes? All right, you fucking wanted it, so. How many of you guys are NFL fans? Yeah, that's a stupid fucking question to ask. Especially your Bengals are better than my Colts, so like. But like, they always have to change their name. We hear about like the Redskins, now the Washington team. Like, everybody's got to change their name for some cloudy history, right? How did the 49ers get away with it? Like, they're based on the gold rush of 1849, right? California's had to find all this gold. They're like, yo, all you miners in America, if you want some gold, come on down to the golden state of California. But I bet they didn't tell you that started a nearly 175-year tradition in the state of California of soliciting miners. 176 next year. And you know the pedophiles, like they popped up in 2020 and said, yo, we want to do a new face, who's this? We're sick of being called pedophiles. Call us MAPS now. Minor attracted people. You probably didn't hear about it because we said you can go fuck yourself. But I think, round of applause, like we should hunt pedophiles down, right? So yeah, clap unless you fucking want them free. So fuck it, let's let them call themselves MAPS, because now we hunt them down, we're gonna go on a fucking map quest. And I also heard a rumor that Disney wanted to buy Pornhub. It's not true, I looked into it, don't worry. I snooped it. But like, what if they did? Because I mean, Disney's already buying everything, like they got ESPN, right? So fuck it, let that transaction go through, because who's better to handle a fucking deal with fucking balls and mitts, right? Da-na-na, da-na-na. And Pornhub will be like, we're okay with that too. ESPN also has a history of taking 2.5-hour performances and making a highlight reel. And I think we've all been on Pornhub, right, sir? So you all know what's big, right? Incest porn. Not to be confused with insect porn. Though if you look into it, they both have an ant category. But why would Disney want to buy Pornhub? Well, if you want to own the one place in America, a family can still come together. You wanted these. And I'm bitter, because I mean, Disney sets you up for like these false expectations of what relationships will be, right? You think you can just kiss some unconscious girl and fall in love. Next thing you do is get tased in a fucking restraining order. But like, I've only had one girl that kind of like really grinded my gears, you know, like chapped my ass. Because she was a germaphobe, and I don't know why the fuck she liked me, because I am German. But like, she had this one kick where like, she'd spend like an hour to an hour and a half like wiping down an area before she'd eat. So like I said, she used to really chap my ass. I had another ex. She got arrested on New Year's. Something simple, she bit a dog, it's fine. Mess crazy. So like, I was lonely. I wasn't gonna kiss myself on New Year's. It's kind of weird. So I called an Uber, he picked me up, and they're always overzealous. They want to talk to you about the life they have, right? Just play the techno music, I'm cool with that. He didn't want to do it. So he's telling me about all of his accolades. Oh, I worked 3 jobs. I got all this money. Really wish I had a girl I could spend it on. I said, dude, it is your lucky fucking day. My girlfriend is in jail, and there's at least 30 women in the commissary. You can have 30 girls tonight. He said, or a guy. That was a lot quieter than this on the way to my house. But then when he pulled up, he turned around and said, look, I'm gonna cut the shit. I'm lonely. You're probably not gonna tip me, so I'll cut you a deal. I'll give you $1,500 if you suck my dick. Yeah, it was a weird way to end the new year. But I didn't let it affect me. Because you start off the next day, it's a new year and a new start, right? What's a better way to start that fucking next year and a new day than $1,500? And I'll end on a Bud Light joke since we've done 3 tonight. I don't get it. Like, they can join the community because I've always considered Bud Light to be gay anyways. Out of all the light beers. And Kid Rock's busting caps and cans like a fucking guy. Fuck you, Dad. It's cool. Like, my disgruntled with like the Dylan Mulvaney thing is like, we've always used sex to sell beer, right? So if you're gonna have somebody from the trans community represent the brand, make it the hottest fucking trans porn star. Then let's see Kid Rock do anything but bust a nut. All right, thank you guys, that's my time. Keep that energy going a little more for your next comic, Joe Shelby.
You guys, keep it going for, I forget what that guy's name was. That was pretty cool. So keep it going for Cat Williams right here, guys. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Bring your A game tonight, guys. Cat Williams is here. Here we go. You guys doing good? Nice, man. I'm doing pretty good as well. And, nah, I'm just kidding. I'm doing terrible. But you guys don't want to hear about that, do you? Fuck you. Yeah, I'll just skip it. I'll skip it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get it off my chest, actually. I feel like the world has been shitting on me lately. There it is, guys. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to talk about something else. I did find out recently that when you die, you shit on yourself. That sucks. That's a shitty way to go out. You know what I mean? Also, when you're born, your mom shits on you. I found that out too, just right out of the gate. Yep, just welcome to Earth, bitch. Eat shit and die, you know? Thanks, mama, you know? I do love pooping. Love pooping, man. Love taking a crap, dropping a deuce, sprinkling turds. You guys know what I'm talking about putting that fucking brown shit in that fucking white porcelain bowl, man. I fucking love that shit, dude. But I do hate wiping, you know? It just takes so long, you know what I mean? Never know how much toilet paper to use. Usually not enough. Ever happen? You guys, a toilet paper breaks on your hand, you gotta look at it and be like, no way, that can't be shit. No way, dude, I think that's fucking shit. I think that's pretty, give me the room. That's definitely fucking shit, dude. Oh. Or I use too much. Never happened. You guys use too much, then you clog the toilet, then you gotta fucking go on a hunt around your house trying to find that fucking shit plunger with that fucking, you know what I'm talking about, dude. It takes like 10 minutes. You get back to the bathroom, your fucking butthole's basically concreted shut. You know what I mean? You gotta put that plunger in the toilet, start fucking just jerking it off, just trying to fucking, just, all that water's just splish splashing around, you know what I'm saying? Trying to flush it, just never works, does it? Nah, you gotta jerk it a little fucking harder, you know what I'm saying? You gotta put your back into it a little bit, you gotta open your mouth for some reason, you know what I'm saying? All that fucking shit water's fucking splish splashing around, it's like a fucking shit fucking bukkake in your fucking mouth, you know what I'm saying? Dude, I fucking hate wiping. Hate it. Lately, I've been treating wiping like going to the bank. You know what I mean? Just like, fuck it. You know what I mean? I'll do it tomorrow. You know what I mean? All right, big wiping crowd. All right, all right, all right. Where have you been, dude? Kat, what do you mean? Where have you been? Like, you aren't in movies anymore? Okay, dude, Cat Williams isn't Cat Williams. Get the fuck out of here. Ah, man. Anyway, I have a girlfriend, and, can you believe your mom fucking shits on you, dude? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. No, I do have a girlfriend, and she's pretty cool. She works a really corporate job, and I don't. I do comedy, obviously. I'm fucking hilarious. But sometimes at night we like to talk about our day and stuff, you know? But our lives are so different, and sometimes it seems like we're speaking two different languages, you know what I mean? She'll be like, der, der, der. And I'll be like, uh-huh. She'll be like, der, 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 der. And I'll be like, uh-huh. She'll be like, der, der. Uh-huh. Uh-huh, der, 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 der. Der, 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 der. Uh-huh, der, 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 der. Uh-huh, der, der. Uh-huh. Uh-huh, der, 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 der. Der, 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 der. Uh-huh, der, der. Uh-huh. Uh-huh, der, 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 der. Hey, suck my dick. No, no. No, 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 no. Okay, der, der. Der, der, der. Der, 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 der. And really, that goes on for like an hour and a half until she falls asleep and I end up jerking off on the couch. Not on the couch, but you know, skits everywhere. We do get into some weird arguments. We got in an argument about conjunctions recently. I was trying to facilitate some puss. And she said, no, I'm on my period. And I was like, that's why God invented conjunctions. She was like, what does that mean? And I was like, butt. She was like, butt what? And I was like, butthole. She was like, no. And I was like, or. She was like, or what? And I was like, or hole. Really, that went on for like an hour and a half until she fell asleep and I jerked off on the couch. Guys, this is how it's gonna fucking end unless you start clapping. Obviously, that's the end of my set. Why would I just shut the fuck up for 30 seconds? I don't know. I don't know. But keep it going, don't stop. You guys aren't even trying over here. This next guy's my best fucking friend, my brother. Guys, give it up for Earl Buck!
Oh, man. How y'all doing tonight, man? Give it up again, man. Give it up again. Hell yeah. Shit yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and address the damn elephant in the room. I am a black redneck, okay? I don't need you damn white people to look at me, you know, like I'm some damn foreign species. I am 40% part of you guys, you know. 60% is nigga, you know. And you guys better be like I didn't bring that here, because the niggas I know, we would have stole this. We would have used that for one of our houses. Hell yeah, this is some beautiful people, man. How you guys doing? Man, how you guys doing? Man, you don't look like Cat Williams at all. You kind of look like, right, you kind of look like an Arab Snoop Dogg to me. Hell yeah. Damn, shit. I'm happy it's beautiful people in the crowd tonight, though. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You know, ugly people in the front row fucks everything up. I'm not lying to you, man. Please, ma'am, don't spill your water now. I ain't trying to kill nobody in here, right? Last show I did, man, it was a snagger-tooth bitch about right where you was sitting, right, man? Kept looking at me and kept laughing the whole damn show, right? And I kept trying to focus to the back of the damn room, right? But in my peripheral vision, all I kept seeing was gums, man. I mean, I even tried to not tell a joke, you know, to see if I could shut her ass up, but shit didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Damn, hell yeah. Shit, yeah, this is beautiful, man. Got some nice people right here, buddy. How you doing? Doing good. You look good. Yeah, can you put your head down for a minute? Had to check to make sure my hat was on right. Thank you. Just fucking with you, man. Good being a good sport, good sport. How many relationships in here do we got tonight? So make some noise. Make some noise. Okay, a lot of single people in here. Yeah, I just got in a damn relationship, man. You know, I was single for a while. Landed me a black chick, man. Landed me a black chick. Yeah. Okay, by the looks of that, looks like you guys don't like black people in here too much. Okay, I'm gonna say it anyways. You know, they say once you go black, you never go back. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now. Yeah. That's very relatable, but I call bullshit on that. I'm not lying to you, right? biracial. Did you date a black man? Is that your child? Okay, well, I'm talking about a black woman, not a black man. I don't. Well, yeah, I like that too, but once again, I call bullshit because they did not tell me dating a black woman will be an extra damn utility bill once they move in with you, right? I'm not lying to you, man. Between the hair, the nails, the eyelashes, the eyebrows, costs so much damn money, man, right? I mean, fuck me up. I'm not lying to you. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have said that. That's a lot of white people. You guys do not, that's not relatable. But okay, let me give you a little bit of backstory, right? Because you white women, you guys are natural, right? And you comes with the natural accessories. But a black woman, not all black women, because it is some natural black women out there, natural beautiful black women. You guys can clap. It's 2023 now. Come on now. Come on, clap it up. Shit, it's two black women sitting right in the middle. If you guys ain't noticed your shit, now you do not want them to call their cousins and shit, I'm telling you. Cause niggas will fuck up every damn thing. If you ain't noticed, just look on CNN when all the riots come up. Niggas don't give a damn about anything, right? And once again, they will come and steal this damn door. And that'll be the first thing, right? Yeah. Shit, but I love her though, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. She's a BBW. I love BBW. Any BBW lovers in the house tonight? Men, women? You guys are a damn lie. I tell you that right now. Right? Because I tell you this right now, right? If a BBW woman come and drop her what? We got one right here. You a BBW lover? I can tell you a BBW lover. You need to cover up that damn flower on your thing, right? Fuck it all up. And the shit is hairy too. I'm not even trying to talk about you, but shit. Anyways, man, that's been my damn time. You guys have been a great crowd. Give it up for yourself again. And bringing next up to the stage. Is he bringing a damn trash can? Give it up for Mr. Joe Lewis.
Okay, let's hear it for Earl Buck. Make some noise. Some real noise. My name's John Lewis. I am the world's whitest white man. Yeah. I am so white I look like the love child of Orville Redenbacher and the Pillsbury Doughboy. And if I were a rap star, my handle would be Moldy White Bread. And like so many white men before me, I was shortchanged in life. You've heard of innies and outies? I have an innie, but it's not my belly button. Yeah, I was gonna say, if they donated my body to science, my manhood would go to microbiology. But I do have some products, I do. Not only that, but I'm also ugly. I tell you what, I am so ugly, I can do an imitation of a Star Wars character. Jabba the Hutt. Or Carrie Fisher after a few movies. You love me. I have some products to sell. First thing, I always carry a clean sheet of paper in case I have to fight Dwayne Johnson. Okay. How many of you have ever played with these books, this Where's Waldo? Yeah. I made one for people who aren't real good at this. And then, for any guy who is gay and has hemorrhoids, I came up with this product. It's called Perforation H. It's for gay men who want to kiss those hemorrhoids goodbye. But what I really want to tell you about is if you notice, dog breeds reflect their personality. You ever notice that? Yeah, I had a dog that just wanted to guzzle beer and get into fights with strangers. It was an Irish setter. Had a German Shepherd. It had a favorite chew toy that it liked to attack and to rip apart. It was a map of Poland. Had a French Poodle. It took one look at the German Shepherd and surrendered immediately. But that's okay, because I had an American Bulldog that beat the Germans twice. I had a boxer that liked to bite people. I called it Mike Tyson. I had a dog that was sticky and covered with graffiti. That was a Greyhound. I had a dog that liked to invade other people's lawns and declare it its own territory. That was a Russian wolfhound. And I had a police dog, but all it wanted to do was beat its wife. But the worst was I had a guy try to eat my dog. He covered it with lox and cream cheese and started eating it. It was a beagle and he was dyslexic. Okay, but what I really came here to do is to contemplate on one of the most popular things on HBO is where they take an old movie or a TV show and they reboot it with a gritty reboot. And I wondered if they ever did that with the Beverly Hillbillies. How many Beverly Hillbillies fans? How many of you really aren't all that far off? No. If they made the Beverly Hillbillies a gritty reboot, what would their theme song sound like? You ready for that? Okay. Well, this guy named Jed, he's poor white trash. He sells meth for a living and he makes a ton of cash. But now, these days, old Jed's on the run. He killed a federal agent with a Tech-9 gun. Well, the FBI has Jed on the list. They're even calling him a domestic terrorist. He's a cold-blooded killer and meth crazy, but he's got more class than Duck Dynasty. Now, let's get the white clap going. Now it's time to say goodbye to Jed, don't you know? They caught up with him in Texas, and now he's on death row. Granny turned state's evidence, Ellie Mae's a hoe, and Jethro died of a fentanyl overdose. Everybody, yeehaw! And that is my time. Hope you got your 5 minutes worth. So we're going to bring up a very funny man, and let's chant his name. His name's Mike Frank, 2 first names. So if you want, you can chant Mike or Frank, whichever you want. Live the way you want to live. Let's hear it for Mike Frank.
Keep it going for John, everybody. So, some people say that they're upset about transgender athletes. Here's what I want to know. If transgender athletes are so bad, why, whenever I played sports as a kid, did everyone call me a pussy? Like, why did the parents of the other kids cheer that at me when I was out on the field? It's like, Frank, you throw like a girl, you know? Progressives were not the first ones to make gender identity and sexual orientation confusing, you know? I had plenty of coaches who switched up my pronouns, you know? My father coached several of my sports teams as a child. My dad also made my younger sister play baseball on all the boys' teams growing up. So that might have been a hangover from some stuff that happened with me. It's like, I swear, one way or another, one of these 4 lesbians. My dad has 4 kids, 3 boys, 1 girl. One of these 4 lesbians is going to turn pro throwing a baseball. You know? I don't know. I do think it's kind of wild that scientists have already figured out how to turn men into women, women into men. Christians can't even figure out how to turn gay people straight. You know? Step up your game, Christians. You know? I don't know, you're spending all this time praying the gay away. I don't know, maybe God works in mysterious ways. You know? Like maybe God showed scientists how to switch up the genders so all the orientations could line up. You know? Like halfway through gay conversion therapy, Somebody decides to become a woman. Hallelujah. You know? That's a win for the Lord. I don't know. The dude did invent circumcision. You know? Like he made everybody promise to do that in the Bible, you know? I feel like, you know, for Christians to understand it better, you know, maybe gender transition just needs rebranding. You know? It's like, what are you doing over there? Are you reshaping your genitals? I'm making a covenant with God. You got to keep in mind, God also lit his bush on fire. You know, he's kind of a kooky guy. I don't know. I feel like Christians should have seen this coming too, because like of all people, like for years Christians warned us that gay marriage was going to lead to people marrying their dogs, right? Slippery slope, right? It was like gay marriage, dogs, slippery slope. So I feel like, you know, as pioneer circumcisers, should have realized cutting them up a little bit is eventually going to lead to cutting them up a lot. Right? You know, Abraham, he went up on the mountain, right? He was willing to kill his son Isaac for God. But did he have the balls to cut his own dick off? What's the greater sacrifice, you know? What do you think, Dad? You know, would you rather kill me or cut your dick off? It's the craziest question you could ever ask your father. All the moms are like, if we had dicks, we'd cut them off for you, sweetheart. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're all thinking right now. You're thinking, what if all this leads to transgender dogs? We already cut their nuts off. That's my time, everybody. We've got a very funny comedian coming up right now. I think a lot of you here are here to see her. Keep it going for Misty V.
How high this is? Like, what is this? Hang on. Give me like 5 minutes. Hang on. Hi, everybody. I recognize some faces out here. Hi. I really struggled with what to wear tonight. Like, I don't know how to do this thing. I'm fairly new to this. So the overalls, right? I was like, is this cute? Or is this Danny DeVito playing the Penguin in Batman? I don't know. Right? You gotta see the views, right? Anyways, I am very new to this, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. But I'm fairly certain that every time I do this, I've got an ex-husband out there somewhere who is tightly clenching his ass together like, fuck, is this one about me? They can mark themselves safe. I don't tell small dick jokes. It's not my jam. So no, I literally woke up a few months ago and I decided to do stand-up comedy for the first time in my life because I couldn't believe, thank you, how being single in my 40s is starting to look a lot like it did being single in my 20s. For example, I'm still dating guys in their 20s. It wasn't the plan, I swear. I was in Tampa a few years ago, post-divorce, and I met this so super cute guy. And he asked me out to dinner. I said, yeah, let's go. So a few nights later, we're in his car. We're on our way to dinner. And now that I'm like close proximity to his face, I'm like, oh my God, he looks like my son. So we get to dinner. And he slides his hand on my leg. And he's asking me questions. I'm like, wait. I got to ask you something. How old are you? He said, well, I'm 22. How old are you? Oh my God. Is Chris Hansen here with 60 Minutes? Am I the predator? And where are the cameras? I didn't see them. I think another fun thing about this whole adventure is how a lot of my Saturdays are starting to look like they did in my 20s as well. A few weeks ago, I reached out to one of my best friends. I tried to call her. It's a Saturday. And she's like, oh, sweetie, I'm at church passing out gifts. Is everything okay? I said, yeah, I'm good. I'm just on my way to the urgent care with an absolute rager of a yeast infection, but enjoy church. So I get there, I get all checked in, I take my seat, I'm playing on my phone, and I hear this guy insistently coughing and sneezing over across from me, so I look up. He's looking me dead in the eye, and I'm like, oh, he's kind of hot. So I text my best friend, I said, at least I'm in here with a hot guy. She's like, ooh, maybe you two can make each other feel better. Yeah. Hi. I was sitting over there when I heard you coughing and sneezing over here. My name's Misty. Oh, what's that? You got a little extra discharge going on? Me too. Call me. It's all short-lived though, really. I'm turning 46 this year. Thank you. Yeah, woo! Give it up. It's what my best friends likes to call it. We call it level 4, right? Yeah. It's a level 4 party at this point. Turning 46. So things are slowly heading toward what I like to call Southtown, you know what I mean? Yeah. She's like, yeah. The knees, you know what I mean? They started here, we're sliding down there. The face, it's making its way down. These, definitely making their way down. But I think the scariest part about all of this has been my eyesight is going. My whole life, I've never needed glasses for anything, right? I could read everything, and now I can't see a menu in a restaurant. Yeah. I have to bring glasses everywhere I go now. I'm like, I can't see. And I used to make fun of old people for this. Like, they call those cheaters, right? I now have cheaters in my purse everywhere I go. This is my life. But to be fair, it is cutting down on some of those booty calls, right? Like, getting a text past midnight, they're like, hey, baby. I'm like, oh, no, you got the wrong girl. Yeah, I can't see shit. Good luck on your next one, though. Ciao, ciao. You guys, that's it for me. I've had an amazing time. Thank you guys so much for coming. Next up, we have the amazing Spencer DeMoke. Let's go.
Okay, keep it going for Misty, you guys, huh? Wow. Dressed like a sexy painter. That's a good Halloween costume. Some of you guys might recognize me from being the door guy at this comedy club, huh? Yeah. Oh! Wow! Everybody likes their table tonight. That's good. Yeah. That's a weird amount to like your table. Yeah, this will be fun, you guys. She does laugh like a ghoul. That's funny. Somebody said that earlier. It's like that pumpkin Halloween decoration. All right. You walk in front of it and it goes, I start coming in, she kind of looks like it too. Oh, too mean. My dad thinks our phones are tracking us. Yeah, but he also thought that Twitch was a dating app for people with Tourette syndrome, so take that with a grain of salt. My dad's a good guy, though. I remember I was a kid. I came home from school one time. I was like 14. He was asking me if there were any girls I liked in my class, that kind of thing. Conversation got quiet. He just looked at me and he goes, "You know, Spencer, if you want to wait till you're married to have sex, that's totally okay." I was just like, I don't. I don't know what I was doing that made you think that. I'm actually trying to have it tomorrow if I can. That'd be great. I was like, "Dad, is that what you did?" He's like, "Oh no, I'm not a fucking pussy. But just trying to give you some advice, son. I'm a Jew." Wow. We're doing pretty well. That's good. This side sort of didn't make me feel very comfortable about it, but that's okay. Jewish guy. My grandfather's a Hungarian immigrant. Hold your applause. He came here about 70 years ago. Sounds like he got here fucking yesterday. Oh my God, his voice. I talked to him on the phone. I'm like, "Hey, Grandpa, how's it going?" He's like, "Hello, Spencer, how are you?" Which I don't even know if that's a Hungarian accent, you know? He just sounds like he's made out of rocks. But he has this phrase that he says, like, whenever I would ask him about like life or whatever, he has this expression that he uses. You know, I'd ask him something and he'd be like, "Well, Spencer, you know the difference between patience and persistence, right?" And I'd be like, "No, what is it?" He'd be like, "Well, patience is when you feed a horse a lime and you wait for him to shit it out." It's normal for everybody over here so far, okay? You've heard that one? And then so he'd say that, and I'd be like, what's the other half? And he'd be like, "Well, persistence is when you feed a horse a lime and you keep sucking his ass till you taste sour." And I'd just be like, "Grandpa, what does that have to do with my math homework?" I asked you a very specific question. You know, we've all heard that expression, right? Patience is a virtue, persistence is horrifying bestiality, right? People always ask me, they're like, "Don't you want to go over to Hungary, visit your family, learn about your ancestors, you know?" Not after I found out what they fucking do to horses, no. I'm good. I'll just stay in America and read a book about it or something. You guys horny? Not right now, sorry, no, don't be gross. Not right now. I just meant like as people. Like, are you horny people? Somebody's coming. I'm not. Definitely not now, looking at you guys fucking walking in this place, but I'm not a horny person. All my friends are horny though. Like all my guy friends, they're all getting pegged. What happened to my fucking boys, dude? Pegging is when you're so bored of regular sex that you're like, "I want to be the fucking girl this time." They all say the same thing to try to convince me to do it. They all turn into fucking doctors. They're just like, "Well, Spencer, you know, the male G-spot is in the asshole." It's like, yeah, I don't know, maybe. But is life just about coming as hard as you possibly can? There's got to be more to life than just blowing your sack wide open in the bedroom, right? I'm not trying to push the boundaries of how hard man can come, you know what I mean? I just like the regular front way still. I've never understood those guys who wear all black outfits every single day of their life. Like, I know. I'm at work. I'm at work. No, I'm not talking. I've never got that though. Like, it's like, what happened that made you so sad that that's how you dress no matter what? But I've realized that those guys will just tell you what happened within 5 minutes of you meeting them. I met a guy the other day. I was like, "Hey, what's up, man? I'm Spencer." He was like, When I was 9, my grandpa burnt our house down. It's like, all right, man, that's a lot right now. Could I get a number 8? When I was growing up, my favorite comedian was Jerry Seinfeld. He's not here. He's not here. I love Seinfeld though, but you know he's a clean comic. He famously doesn't drink or do drugs, and I always wished that he would talk about more of that stuff. Like, what if Seinfeld was a pothead? He's just like, the grinder amazes me. It's got all those little compartments, that little keef drawer at the bottom, the little keef scraper. The weed comes with the keef already on it. We're gonna separate the keef from the weed, put it in its own little container. Then when we're ready to smoke, put it back on. That's where it started off in the first place. Oh my God. Yep, that's really it for me. All I wanted was to be Jerry Seinfeld as a kid. I got into an argument with my friend the other day, because he goes, I could never be a model. I was like, yeah, you're right. But he was like, no, I would never want to have that job. I was like, bullshit. The only reason that you're not a model is because you can't be one. Anyone who had the qualifications for being a model would do it. It's the easiest job. He's like, I don't fucking know, man. I was like, don't tell me you're ugly and dumb. Come on. You show up and they're like, look the way you look, and then we'll pay you at the end. It's the easiest job. Besides this kind of fucking rules. Although not working the door at this comedy club sometimes, man. Sometimes people come up to me at the door and they feel the need to tell me what they're about to do in the bathroom. You don't have to. I will open the door for you no matter what. Just like, hey man, I'm really about to do it in there. Like, okay, stop. Stop. There's certain things in life that you gotta give to get. Hi, welcome to my presentation. No, there's certain things in life you gotta give to get. Love, trust, roadhead. At least that's what my uncle told me. 12 years old, passenger seat of a Ford Pinto. I learned a lot that day. Still waiting for that one to come back around. I told my girlfriend, I was like, come on, I sucked my uncle's dick like 100 times, please. It makes me laugh to think about getting roadhead on a very short drive. Like, you do it on a road trip normally, but you guys, just on your way home from this. Why not? You pull up at a red light, you're like, all right, when I say this, don't be weird, okay? Okay? Okay. Well, you promised. When you get to the Holocaust, the first thing they do, you guys did a good job of not being weird. I said I'm Jewish, don't forget. When you get to the Holocaust, the first thing they would do is they would give you a tattoo on your arm, like a string of numbers. And I always think about how hard that would have been for those people, like how weird it would have been. You know, you show up, there's like one other guy from your town there, you wait in the tattoo line, you get this, you're like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on? Where are we? What is happening? And then the other guy from your town comes out of the tattoo line and he's just like, dude, look, if you look at it upside down, it says boobies. And I know it's a lot, but aside from the German soldiers poking you with guns the entire time, the first 5 things you did at the Holocaust could be misunderstood as fun. Okay? Train ride with your whole family. Free tattoos for the crew. You're already doing pretty good. You're standing there in your new pajamas. You're talking to your new friend. You're like, dude, this place is fucking great. The weather's nice. There's fucking girls here. I heard there's a sauna. And I'll tell you what else. I haven't spent a fucking dollar since I've been here. This place is pretty good. All right, you guys, that's my time. Thank you for coming out to the Pro-Am. Oh, thank you. Give it up for all the comedians you guys saw on the show tonight. We do this every Wednesday. We got Sam J at the club Friday and Saturday this weekend, so please come out and enjoy our show. One more time for everybody you guys saw tonight, and just give me a second at the end of the show so I can get to the door. Okay, thank you guys.